Hey, what's going on everybody? George here once again with the Vitality Guru, helping and inspiring you to live a happier, healthier and more rewarding life. So in this video, another quick one again, we're just going to be going into the fundamentals of good health. So what I mean by this is that a lot of people struggle with, say, physical or mental health conditions, and what they've completely done is they've completely negated some basic principles. So I'm talking good diet, sleep, enough water intake, some form of sociality in your life, friends, family, whatever it is, some form of goal, some form of aspiration, some form of mental idea that you're working towards, whatever it is. If you haven't sort of got these things, then you can't have good health without them. It's such a basic to human nature. You know you need food, it's a source of energy for your body. You know you need water, it's one of the most important vital parts of human living, as life in general. You know you need good sleep. If you don't have a regular sleep pattern, and it doesn't matter really what time it is, I don't sleep the regular sleeping pattern. I generally sleep 7 to 11 in the morning, afternoon, or from like 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. at night. But if you don't have some form of regularity in your sleep and you don't have at least 4 to 8 hours sleep, then you're gonna feel drained, you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna feel withdrawn. And again, if you don't have some form of sort of social interaction with the world, whether it's parents, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whatever it is, if you're completely isolated, alone from other people, then that is going to have an effect on you. Humans are social characters, even if we're introverts. It doesn't have to be all the time. It can be phone calls or something like that. If you don't have some form of social interaction, then you're going to notice psychological effects because of that. So if you can't sort of get these 5 basic things, and you're worried about your health in some way, depression, anxiety, tiredness, fatigue, illness, diseases, whatever it is, if you haven't got these 5 basic principles, then stop looking for the cure. A lot of people with depression, anxiety, without realising it, they're essentially starving themselves. They barely eat, they don't eat good food, they eat a lot of junk food and eat very small amounts very irregularly. They don't consume a lot of water when they need to, they don't sleep well, whether as a symptom or as a precursor to their depression or whatever. They don't interact very well with people and they don't have any ambitions. I know that's really not a thing of depression. You're not going to have an ambition. That's what depression is. It's a lack of motivation. But if you can't get these 5 basic principles, if you don't eat well to some degree, drink enough water, sleep, socialise and have some form of desire or want for your life, then stop looking somewhere else. Sort these things out one by one where you can first, and start simple. Start with drinking water, then start trying to eat something better, then try and set yourself a bedtime. Try and stick with it as best you can, and the best way to do that is to keep yourself a time to wake up. If you always have to wake up at a set time, your body will naturally sleep at a set time too. Socialise with people, call people, speak to people, text a friend, communicate with a family member. What it is, I know we don't all have those options. I'm not trying to tell you to do something that you're not comfortable with, but there's got to be an option out there. There will be an option out there, even if you shut yourself off from it for a while. And as for having an ambition, you've got to have something to drive you. Life is stressful, life is difficult. There's times like that for all of us. No one's exempt from that. But you've got to have some form of ambition. Now that could simply just be wanting to feel better. If that's your ambition, that's an ambition, go for it. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be one day, but right now you don't need it. You don't need to try and change the world. You don't need to try absolutely transform yourself. Just focus, have something to focus on. Study something, learn something, read about something, develop some form of creative skill, draw, write, dance, whatever it is. Find something that you enjoy and try and work on it and work on yourself in that respect. With all that being said, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and bell notification below. It does help me out massively. And remember, if you're struggling with anything, sort these 5 things out first, and then changes are so much easier. Peace, much love, and I'll see you in the next video.